the UCLA Bruins, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Missouri ready to kick off. They got us underway. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The play fake on first down. On the move, he fires. Working that left side. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
Really nice throw there. I'll tell you, UCLA, they've got an impressive history book of quarterbacks, going all the way back to Rick Neuheisel. Troy Aikman is a name people will recognize. Cade McNown back in my day. And then recently, DTR was carving up defenses too, throwing it. Got to be able to make good decisions. You got to be able to deliver strikes through the air, and this guy right now is doing just that.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44. Floats it out in space. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water inside.
They tried to catch him napping on that fake, but turns out they were wide awake.
Man, I love the way this defense just started this football game. You gave up some yards, but who cares? Great job adjusting, getting the fourth down stop, now creating some momentum for your offense.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it first and 10 at the 50. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. To the air, it's Ellington. He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They think there's room to run to the right here. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring this one out. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. A dynamic return, explosive, and got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Snap to the back. Under fire. Oh, he's got some space. Bust through behind his pad. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And the extra point is good. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Leaves it with the back.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the ground with the back. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, UCLA. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Dropping back, it's Ellington. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Give to the running back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Power football with the run. Runs through the tackle. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it.
There he goes. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
The Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Might as well give it to him again. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
And the Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He'll take it himself. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Leaves it with the back. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Now on the option. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tiger!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself and gets in for the score.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll return it. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. The Bruins want to move quickly. Right back to the well. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
And the Bruins are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They turn to the passing game on third and short. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. Get it out to the supersonic guy. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
The Bruins getting set on 1st and 10. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
And the Bruins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got a man, it's Booth. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds a yard short at the 49.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Direct snap. Floating away. He's going to run it. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
UCLA.
The Bruins come to the line trying to convert on fourth down. Using his feet. Inside the 35. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Well, I don't think the defense was expecting run on that last 4th and 2 play. Good job by the offense keeping him off balance with that play call.
And the Bruins are on the move. The run from the shotgun. Finds some fresh air. Breaks into the open. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, 1st and goal. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. The Bruins trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They've moved him forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Quarterback keeps it on the sneak. Sneaks it in.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Back to pass. It's Ellington. Back open in the middle. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Back to pass. Here's a heat. He'll throw it. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Got room on the return. And he is taking it all the way back. Touchdown, Bruins. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. This offense starts deep in a hole. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw on 1st down. He wants to take the top off. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progression.
There he goes. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, UCLA. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking downfield, it's Ellington. Shoots it to the left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. The short hands, it's Tucker. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Missouri gets to the line quickly. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Tucker. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
And he's not going to take the touchback. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. To the air on first down. He's going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position. The fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game. Just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
They'll run play action. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Back has it. Look out, he's got room. Turning it on. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. He'll try to pin them back with the punt. He may keep that punt rush honest after completing a pass earlier. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw, it's Ellington. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Bruins will kick it away to crank up the second half. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the second half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy balance between being really aggressive in the second half and finding ways to make plays, but also not shoot ourselves in the foot, right? Like, they didn't live well on that.
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
The Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Might be calling a hot route. They'll try to get outside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking for a man. It's Ellington. Finds his man. It's Tucker. And they swarm him under. Missouri wants to go fast. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on 3rd down.
Yeah, and that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. calls his own number. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Man, listen, we know this QB wants to take off. 4th down, go time, got to make a play. Defense locked in, dialed in, got to him, got him on the ground, didn't let him get to the sticks.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Snap to the back. Makes the grab down the middle. Turns it on down the left side. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruin.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the 3rd quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to pass. It's Ellington. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. The offense changing the play. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. And from this angle, I don't think he got the 1st down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage.
And obviously on that 3rd down situation, the running game's in play. They go RPO, but how about the defense? They were ready for it up front. Good physicality setting up 4th down.
And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. They'll run the option. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Yeah, and he calls his own number, tries to go get the 1st down, but he just couldn't get to it. Nice job by the defense, locking in, not letting him get that extra couple yards that he needed to get the big 1st down.
On the direct snap, it's Traore. There he goes. Touchdown, UCLA. trip to the house.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here we go. Moves away as he feels pressure. At the 35, he's open. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air, it's Ellington. Firing to the right, complete. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down.
And on defense, you make the tackle after the catch for a first down. Now you got to go get lined up again because the offense is going fast.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. He might want another play. Looking downfield on first down. Using the quick game. Then he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Fires it incomplete.
You want to know why this team is losing? Look no further than this statistic, guys. Their best receiver doesn't have a catch yet in this game. There they try to go his way again. The defense has completely shut him down.
Handoff from the gun. He gets it inside the 40, but he stopped at the 39, and that's not quite enough for the first down.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Touchdown, Tiger. And they take it in for 6 more points.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. UCLA will go back to work on offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Now the play fake. Looking left. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Third down.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Now on the return. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Finds us back in the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Missouri gets to the line quickly. Back to throw, it's Ellington. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 4th down, looking for the completion. And the pressure gets home, and the quarterback is sacked. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think this is insult on top of injury. I think it's going to go against the offense. Great place to start for this offense. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on 1st down. The screen, and watch out. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Bruins. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get...
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And the Tigers come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Ellington. Throws toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Converts on fourth down, still going. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. What an unfortunate penalty there. They thought they'd converted the fourth down. Instead, they'll have to try it again. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Missouri.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The incomplete pass, fourth down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That fourth down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
Gonna take a shot. It's complete. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
The give. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Ellington. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Plenty of work to do here. Second and long. Offense in a bunch formation. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Now facing a third and long. Let's go! Let's go! Trying to make magic with his feet. Turning it on! The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. A designed run for the quarterback. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw, it's Ellington. Makes the grab. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Missouri wants to go fast. Quarterback making checks. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through the end, but this is pretty much window dressing. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't. And keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
Set to kick this one away.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
Will take over. First and 10.
This drive will open from the 15. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get behind the defense. Makes the catch on the left. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the fourth quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it, but
just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
And the Bruins have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Sends it back in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Fires downfield. He's got an open man.
And his offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They've built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop you.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a third and long. It's a flea flicker. Bringing the heat. They reached into the bag of tricks on third down, and it did not work.
No gain on the play. Brings up fourth down.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Trying to do it on the ground. Oh, better look out. Past the first down marker and still running. And that is how we will wrap this one up. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a